ladies, let's get this party started.
My name is Santa Claus. Excuse me. Santa Claus.
Oh my God!
Santa here? I know him. Well, I think we're gonna give him away free. Oh, that's fantastic. How do you turn your face so red so fast?
What, real?
Where's your Christmas spirit? That's better.
So, if you believe in Father Christmas, children, like your Uncle Billy does,
You guys give up or you're thirsty for more?
Yeah, did you get everything you wanted? Almost, huh?
God save my little broken body.
missed.
Kids today, so desensitized by movies and television.
Where's the Tylenol?
Alright, welcome back to another D&D Movie Time. And today, we're finally getting around to watching Red 1. Now, I really did want to see this in theaters when it came out last year, but we didn't have the money. So we basically have to wait for it to come to a streaming service. So, finally going to get around to it today, though. Didn't feel right to watch it when it wasn't Christmas anymore, so I wanted to put this as close to Christmas as possible. So what do you know about this movie before we get onto it?
Absolutely nothing.
I know when I first saw the trailer, I was kind of like, okay, this looks like a comedy version of my book. But I'm glad that from the trailer, they went more of the comedy family route rather than what I go for, which is a much more serious, action-packed route. Whereas in my book series, Santa's supposed to be more like a Marvel hero. So, with that said, I do know this movie has the guy who played J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man Korra. You've probably seen memes of him. You probably haven't actually seen the Spider-Man movies. Not the new Spider-Man, but the older Spider-Man. The one with Tobey Maguire. I also think this has maybe The Rock in it. Dwayne Johnson, you know from, what is it? The Jumanji movies.
Yes.
Smolder Stone or whatever. Bravestone. Dr. Bravestone.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he always smolders or whatever they called it. I'm pretty sure there's probably a bunch of other people you're going to know in this, so. Also, I think Chris Evans is in it.
Who?
Chris Evans. Captain America. So. But alright, with all that said, we are going to watch Red 1, and when we get back, Cora will tell us what it's all about.
I'll see you in a bit.
I think if you don't need me here, I might just go back to the car.
We're 24 hours to Christmas. We got snowmen! Well, it was nice to meet you, Cal. Good luck with everything.
Alright, so we just finished watching Red 1. What was this movie about, Cora? Well, let me start by saying we open up on a kid at some sort of Christmas party who is stealing the keys off this one guy, and all the kids meet in, like, I guess one of the parents' bedrooms, and he unlocks a closet door where he reveals a ton of Christmas gifts inside, telling the kids that those are the presents from Santa. And the only thing that I thought was notable here is the kid makes a comment about being able to find anyone, anywhere. And one of the other kids responds with, well, why can't you find your dad? And then basically we cut to like 30 years later. Or 20 years later.
40.
God, that means he was like 42, 43. Chris Evans. Seems a little old for him, but whatever. Go ahead. So what do we pick up then?
Basically, he's robbing stuff, and basically he puts like this trackle device thingy. It doesn't actually track, but he's a hacker, and basically he's getting paid to find someone he doesn't even know. He gives the coordinates to the payer that he's getting paid from, and then basically it turns out that they're trying to kidnap Santa Claus. So the scoop basically kidnaps Santa Claus, and the commando, the lead commando,
Just say The Rock.
The ELF. No, I'm going to say movie-wise.
Well, then his name was Cal.
Cal, okay, thank you. And then basically Cal tries to get him. He mostly fails. They find the main guy.
Santa Claus?
No, not Santa Claus.
Oh.
Santa Claus.
Jack?
Jack, thank you. They interrogate him. He has no idea who he's, no, never mind. Basically, the entire movie is them going through Santa Claus. One part they figure out who kidnapped Santa Claus, and they think that Krampus in this movie is Santa's adopted brother.
Real quick, I just want to point out, we are so sorry about the... Cora, wait. Real quick, just want to point out, we are so sorry about all the wind. It is like, I swear the wind must be going like 80 miles an hour outside. You would think we're in the middle of a hurricane.
And I want to tell something.
No, not now.
I do later then. What was that?
So they went to see Krampus.
Yeah, they went to see Krampus. They challenged him to basically the slap battle. I'm calling it a slap battle because the first one I don't remember, and
Krampus slap?
Yeah, it's very hard to pronounce, so I'm just gonna call it a slap battle. And they went. They get out, and Jack has a son who gets caught in the trap, which is a snow globe that when somebody touches it, they go in the snow globe, and the snow globe with them teleports to the witch.
And it was right here I revealed to Cora that I had already figured out where Santa was being held.
Hey, but I also figured that they were going to use the tracker.
Well, they tried to use the tracker, but they couldn't because he was protected.
Okay, then they tried to track once they actually got in the North Pole.
But yeah, I proved to Cora that I had figured out before they told us where Santa Claus was. Did that surprise you? That I figured it out? Exactly.
How? Yeah, but I was also going to use the tracker.
But did I surprise you with my skill?
No.
Oh, my skill didn't surprise you? Because you sure seemed surprised.
First, it did. When we started this whole thing, but now at this point, it's practically your ability that Superman, for example.
Or I'm
When,
just...
when people first saw him, like, oh my god, I didn't know you could do this. But now, everybody knows, okay? It's not surprising.
Or I'm just very good at storytelling and I can tell where stories go.
Yeah, and for the entire movie, you said that they copied off your book, so yeah, good.
Well, they didn't copy everything.
They didn't copy it at all!
There are little things that I came up with long before this movie existed.
I'll insult you later. Now I'm gonna go continue.
So, anyways, to get to the North Pole and what?
Basically, to save Santa Claus, they trap the wedge in the snow globe. Krampus is helping. Then he goes away for the rest of the movie. But this isn't really much left, but still. And then Santa and Jack and the son go deliver every single present gift in one night, and basically from there to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So, ad break. I have something, yeah.
But, alright, we are going to take a quick ad break. But before we do, we just want to say Merry Christmas and thank you so much. We have finally reached 210 subscribers. Appearing next to Cora right now should be the free code I give out every time we reach a new set of 10 subscribers. It will be over the tree. So, thank you very much to our new subscribers. Hope you guys stay. Hope everybody is enjoying the content. And with that said, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will give our final thoughts and scores. See you in a minute.
Bye.
In the glow of the lights, the story ignites with echoes of carols that dance in the night. A journey in sight, adventure takes flight. So brace for the magic, we're ready to fight. Hear the bells chime, feel the beat start to climb. Let the music play, we're rising today. With a rhythm of joy that will carry us away. In the heart of the night, we'll shine bright and bold as the story unfolds. With the spirit of gold. Through frost and the snow, our courage will grow. With each thrill and note, let the excitement flow. Together we'll stand, hand in hand, high and low. This chapter is ours, it's time to let go. Gather the light, we're taking the stand. this wondrous road with notes of the past fueling our glow.
Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that ad. Now, Cora, Red 1, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
9 out of 10, it was good.
What made it a 9 out of 10? When compared to movies like The Santa Claus or Arthur Christmas or I don't know what are some other Violent Night, what made this such a good movie?
I think the comedy was great. The story development is also great, and yeah.
Did you have a favorite character?
Jack.
Why was Jack your favorite character?
He was mostly out of the comedy.
Okay. What did he do that was so funny? Get that out of your face.
Why?
What made him so funny?
Everything?
Okay. Did you have a favorite scene?
Probably the snow globe thing with the piano thing.
Wow, really?
The piano in the middle of the road.
I thought you would have said the snowman fight.
And
It seemed like that's the scene where you were the most invested, from what I saw. Is there anything else you want to say about this movie before we move on?
no.
Alright, well then moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this movie an 8. It was fine. It was a nice little adventure. The thing at the beginning where they, like I had mentioned when we started saying what the movie was about, the whole thing with him saying he could find anyone, anywhere, and then the kid saying, well, why can't you find your dad? I seriously thought the entire movie they were going to drop it that somehow Jack was Santa's kid. I don't know what the reasoning they were going to give for why or how. Maybe him and Mrs. Claus had a falling out one year and he needed some space or she needed some space, so he left the North Pole for a few months, fell in love with, had feelings for another girl. I don't know. I just thought something like that. And then he ended up realizing that he needed to go back home. Never knew she was pregnant. And that's why he never knew his father.
What?
Basically, Cora, the entire point of this movie was saying that not everyone is perfect, but you should strive to be a good person. And that would have played in more to the theme of the movie. That even Santa Claus isn't imperfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has problems. But you got to strive and want to be a better person. And after doing Santa's job for so long, I mean, this is one of those ones where Santa is a continuous single person throughout the entirety of the Santa line. There isn't, it's not like in my book series where there's multiple different Santas. Or like in the Santa Claus, that was the case too, where there was multiple different Santas. This is more like Fred Claus and all those others where Santa's just one person. So if he was with Mrs. Claus for 500 years, maybe things just were getting boring at some point and maybe they split up for a little bit. They needed a break from each other. He fell for a girl. She got pregnant. But by that point, he had already decided to go home, like I said. Never knew she was pregnant. Never knew he had a kid. Unless they're saving that for the sequel. If the...
There's gonna be a sequel.
I don't know. I mean, I really hope not. Because this was fine on its own. Like I said, it's an 8 out of 10. It had some good moments. But there were, aside from that, one thing. The other thing that really got me too was way back at the beginning. Even though I was able to figure out that, by the way, spoilers, that they had never taken Santa Claus out of the North Pole, which I had started to suspect throughout the movie, that they never got Santa out, things weren't adding up. Like, how could they have gotten out of that vehicle unless nobody was ever in the vehicle to begin with? How could they get him onto a plane without being tracked? My biggest complaint, probably, and one of the reasons it's down to an 8 for me, is because of the fact there's this big old tank sled thing, and they got it from outside the barrier of the North Pole all the way to the center. And the North Pole in this movie is like freaking New York City. Like, nobody saw this thing. Nobody reported this. Yet we are shown that there's plenty of creatures and people, and that's the other thing. Where they have these like little like alien-looking long-eared creatures, which I guess are supposed to be the elves, but then they just had normal people walking around.
I thought they were like goblins.
That's what I thought too. Elves are goblins. Then they have these monsters that I'm guessing are trolls or something, not an ogre, because the witch was supposed to be an ogre.
And she's clearly ugly.
So clearly these other things that looked like monsters weren't ogres, so I guess they're trolls. Something else that comes from my book, because I have trolls in mine. I have lots of other things that make up mine.
It's not copying off of your book.
My book came first. I started writing my book in 2014. And I published it in 2019. Yes, I was writing the book the year you were born. And it took me 5 years, although I had a couple books ready to go by the time I actually published book 1. But anyways, that was my biggest complaint. This big tank snowmobile thing made it all the way through without knocking anything over, without getting noticed, and then they take over the North Pole somehow with just like a handful of guys. Like I just told you, the entire North Pole in this thing looks like freaking New York City. Stop playing with the hat. It looks like friggin' New York City. And they just easily took over the entire thing. And even if it's not the entire thing, then there should have been plenty of people to step in and help out. But they were like, oh, we can't trust anybody. Anybody you come across might be working for her. Because they're changelings. Shapeshifters, changelings, same thing. But that's, for me, why it comes down to an 8. I still enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind maybe watching it again. But, yeah, I mean, the plot was a little, like I said, I easily figured out that he was still in the North Pole. And once I started thinking about and putting things together like that. But alright. That is going to go ahead and wrap up my score. Before we go, Cora, anything you want to say?
If you want a real Christmas story, then read this. It's an epic fantasy thing.
Gotta sit up higher. But alright. And with that said, we're gonna end it there, and we will see you all in the next one.